And this whole energy stuff very much connects into Satanism. Because, as I mentioned, these entities outside of human sight, they feed off human energy. It's one of their power sources. But it's a particular human energy. It's a very simple frequency physics situation. If you are within a certain frequency band yourself, you are only going to absorb energy within that frequency band. Anything outside that frequency band is going to go through you like radio stations go through radio stations. Thus, you need to generate energy within a frequency band that you can absorb. What is the frequency band in human terms of these entities? Low vibrational human emotion around the basic state of fear. And so they're generating human fear, anxiety, frustration, anger, hatred, all of it, because it's generating the energy that they absorb, their life force in so many ways. In the Matrix, they had the machines symbolically feeding off human energy. That's what these entities do. And thus, if you go back to the Dr. Emoto stuff with the crystals in the water, the crystals with words of love written on the side of the water before they were frozen are beautiful, geometrical, beautiful to the eye. That energy is unabsorbable by these entities. It's on a frequency they simply cannot sync with because of their state of being. This is what they want. They want this energy. And thus they have created and structured human society to become a factory, an engine room, a generator of this energy. A war is a banquet to these people because of all the energy that's created by those doing it, those receiving it, and the impacts on lives as a result of it. And look at the way the human society is devastated in terms of its balance, its harmony, its joy, by reasons for low vibrational, distorted emotional responses. And this is a key reason why humans were manipulated from a heart society to a emotional gut reaction society. Because there, nothing served for dinner, darlings. Here, much as you like. And people think that human energy is not important. There are sensors around the world that are picking up changes in the Earth's energy field. This is what happened on 9/11 as a result of humanity's response to what it was witnessing. And that is the power that collective humanity has on the human energy field. If you can manipulate humans into a negative response, understandably, to things like 9/11, you massively impact on the vibrational energetic state of the Earth's energy field, and it's the energy sea that we are living in all the time. If you want to get to all the fish at the same time, what do? You get to the sea, and then you get all the fish. And the energy sea that we are living in all the time is what they're targeting all the time. And so when we react to their heartless corruption and oppression in this way, going to get into this seriously in the last part today, then we are actually giving them what they want, because we are reacting in ways that are generating more of the energy on which they feed. This is a Native American, basic American concept story. That in each of us there are two wolves they talk about. One wolf is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other wolf is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. Which wolf wins? The Native Americans say the one you feed the most. Now, I'm not saying humans are perfect and do not have the capacity for that. But what the Gnostics talk about in their writings is that what the archontic force is doing is taking minor error and it is distorting it and expanding it into massive violations of these emotions and massive expansions and extremes of these emotions. So this is what they are trying to generate with their mind parasite modus operandi, etc., in humans, because that's their life force. They are energetic vultures. The Matrix had this concept with Morpheus and the battery. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this. Symbolically, that is absolutely the case. And George Carlin said this interestingly. Did you ever stop to think about all the people we kill? They're always the people who tell us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, John Lennon. They all said, try to live peacefully together. Bam, right in the head. Apparently we're not ready for that. Or we're ready for it. But that which is manipulating us does not want us to have it.
Okay, this next part.
There was an Australian document came to light a few years ago. I printed it in full in a book called Human Race, Get Off Your Knees.
Well,
it appears to come from quite a high level Australian Satanist who wrote this before he died. And it was not a confession so much as this is what's going on, this is how it is. And he talked about many things, but he also talked about the fact that what Satanism does is it constantly targets the Earth's energy field at specific points to repeatedly do rituals there which lower the vibration of the Earth's energy field. Again, the sea that we're interacting with to push us down into the same low vibration.
There you go, right there.
This is what he said in the document. Most
people
do not realize that Satanism is a ritually based practice and that this repetition has, over time, left strong impressions upon the morphic field, the energy field, the sea that I talk about. Now, this is massively, massively important. It's going to take us into some really weird and wonderful places. The language of symbolism. Why are these symbols, recurring symbols that I'm going to go through, why are they all around us? Well, I'm going to get to the point of why, and it's very deep in the rabbit hole that we're going here. But what are symbols? This is why it's so vital to understand at least the basics of the nature of reality to understand the conspiracy. Confucius said, signs and symbols rule the world, not words nor laws. So why? This is why. A symbol is, again, a symbol in the holographic world. Bring it down to its basic state. It is a vibrational information field. A symbol communicates information to the brain through the eyes in the same way as the ear communicates audible visual words and sound to the brain as an information field. The difference is that when you hear something, at least you're aware of its existence. It is conscious. When a symbol talks to us through the eyes to the brain, it is subliminal. Therefore, symbols are planting information fields and vibrational states into the human subconscious, which then come through to influence conscious perception and conscious behavior. Also, if a symbol represents something, whatever it is, if you focus your attention on that symbol, you are making an energetic connection with what that symbol represents, because what it represents and the symbol, as I'll come to, will be the same frequency field. And thus, symbolism is one of the greatest ways that we are mentally and emotionally manipulated and encoded and perceptually manipulated. There's a great saying, it's true. Energy flows where attention goes. Somebody said to me, other people have had this experience, they said they were in a restaurant, sitting at the table, and they said, I felt like two eyes were sticking in me back. And he said, I turned around and there's this person at this other table behind them staring at them. Now, of course, they weren't feeling two eyes sticking in their back. What they were feeling energetically, which eventually filtered through to the holographic level of feeling, was the attention of the person staring at them. Energy flows where attention goes. So thus, if you can hijack someone's attention, collectively or individually, you are hijacking their energy and their life force. Energy flows where attention goes. Now, in the Olympics, I heard British athlete after British athlete during the London Olympics that was successful, saying that they got this amazing energetic surge from the crowd. This is why people doing sport among their own supporters have a great advantage, because as these athletes were competing in the London Games, overwhelmingly watched by British people, the focus of attention, willing them to win, was making an energetic connection to these people and thus energizing them.
All right.
Energy flows where attention goes, but it goes the other way. And if you get a crowd of people focusing on symbols of the conspiracy and symbols representing these entities without us knowing, then that crowd, whether it's the Queen or whatever, are making an energetic attention connection to those entities. Thus their energy can be trawled. A crowd can have fantastic energy. If you go to a football match, you know, with a great excitement, what do people say? Honestly,
all right, so you need to look up yourself. That's from part 3. Shit, or was it part 2? A bit tired. Part 2. On YouTube at the moment. I just wanted to record that bit in the context of Gangstalking. I'm a bit sleepy, I don't have much to say about it, but the focus is mainly when I got into the satanic bit there, and he's talking about the ideas to reinforce negativity on specific points. That's what I'm interpreting anyway. Yeah, through ritual, well, negative events, you know. So this is clearly the perfect explanation of the purpose behind gangstalking, the wider context, if you like. And when you see them all in the red and black, and you can dismiss that as the standard gear or whatever, if you like, but this preponderance of red and black, yeah, funnily enough, is in the book of Revelations. I'm not really conventionally religious myself, but I couldn't quote you chapter and verse, you know, but apparently it's there. I don't know, it's just weird that where the whole thing just ties together, and he's really good at bringing it all together like that. But as I say, I'm sleepy, I've left this a bit late, and so obviously I've included that not for any kind of commercial purposes, it's just to illustrate so people will get a wider insight into the purposes of gangstalking and what's happening to them. Because I'm sure it isn't always the case, but in my case at least, there will be a lot of other people, as my Richard's pointed out. We're talking about intelligent, quite sensitive individuals, artistic in some cases, certainly in my case, and whatever. So, and artistic individuals are more generally seen as being, in tune with the infinite, if you like, in a sense, to quote the title of, what's his name? I've forgotten his name. I was tired. I shouldn't get too involved. I was going to say Ralph Waldo Emerson, Trine or whatever his name is. I've forgotten, because read some as a teenager. I found it really, really exciting. Yeah. And of course, Icke gets into all this stuff as well about opening the heart, keeping the chakras open. You had a whole New Agey thing. If you like, there's an actual New Agey element to some Icke stuff, but it's dualistic, if you like. But anyway, that's beside the point in some ways, because his ability to explain and put together complex concepts. So the thing about keeping the heart chakras open, or whatever, this stuff is actually in Ken Carey's Third Millennium, published back in 1991. This is hologrammatic theory. In fact, that's in the Starseed Transmissions, as I mentioned before, published in 1982. So it goes back far. I mean, I was originally reading the stuff myself in 1991, along with Course in Miracles, but I lived in the situation so well for years that I was just writing everything down in longhand rather than getting it down on a typewriter. Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is what he's explaining at the beginning of this video here that I'll upload, because I think a lot of people tend to dismiss Icke, or they haven't, they're not relating what he's saying to the actual multi-stalking, gang-stalking situation. And interestingly enough, he did actually, he did tweet a YouTube video, a link to a YouTube video, on Twitter, obviously, on the 24th past 24th October. Whether he's done it before, I don't know. So I've noticed there's long been a short discussion on gang stalking, one of the forums, but I can't remember what it was about, but it's pretty short anyway. So he's taken a while to come around to it. Maybe this is a problematic subject himself. It certainly is. It's much a matter of time on his part, and the time he's got to look into it. And, but anyway, he tweeted a YouTube video to gang stalking, but probably the emphasis on the satanic aspect. I'll need to. I've possibly even watched it before. Quite a long one, like over an hour. But anyway, I don't want to go on and on. I've got to do a few other things before I go to bed. Some nice stars and stuff. I'm very up on the constellations, so I don't really know which is which. Alright, this will do.